Hello, my name's Devin. I'm contacting you from Alberta, Canada, in the hopes of beginning a conversation, if you will. A conversation dealing with what we currently now call psychic ability. It's my hope that providing this information and knowledge and my own personal experiences, it will help everybody sort of gain a better understanding. It'll hopefully open the doors to even giving people some of the tools and techniques they need to discovering their own talents and potential, to discovering their own abilities. Now, I've chosen this media to do this for two basic reasons. First is that it's international, that it's on the internet, and anybody with access to the internet anywhere in the world can access this site and this video if they so choose. But more importantly, they can do all of that basically for free. Aside from the internet connection itself, there's no cost to actually view this video. Now, I firmly believe that the more people that we can get involved in this topic, the more people that can share their own personal experiences and their successes and failures, it will hopefully provide a greater pool of information that will give us a better understanding of what we can all do and hopefully help us evolve and develop further into our own skills and potential. Now, as big part of this, we first have to define certain things, like what the word psychic actually means. Now, unfortunately, that word has been associated with a lot of different things and a lot of politics. But to boil it down to its most simple, basic form, the word psychic really is best defined as someone working in a profession under the title of psychic. It's basically nothing more than a job title. Now, psychic itself is really nothing more than an umbrella term for anything we consider beyond normal, superhuman, supernatural, that kind of thing. So, by calling something psychic, we're basically clumping it into an umbrella term that covers way too many things, instead of focusing more specifically on each individual piece. As an example, if we call it psychic, we're confusing intuition with tarot reading, which effectively is sort of confusing. So by getting that word out of this picture and focusing more on something more important, such as talent, abilities, potential, we're more specific, we're more focused on what we're doing, which will allow us to be more direct in our process. Now, it's important before we get too far to understand a couple things. First and foremost is that most of the stuff that I'm going to talk about over the next little while is going to include a lot of tips and tools and techniques that will hopefully help you open some of the doors to your own talents and potential. Well, to do a lot of them, it's going to require that you have faith in yourself, not just in me. As a perfect example of that, as we gain experience in anything, we sort of learn to trust ourselves. Looking at something we take for granted, like walking, for example. When we begin to learn to walk, we're not very good at it. We fall down a lot, we're teetering and tottering, and we're really not very good. But as we grow in age, we become better at it. We gain proficiency, we gain experience. And for most of us, by the time we hit our teen years, we pretty much no longer have to give any kind of thought to walking. It's become so automatic because we've done it for so long that we don't think about it at all. Now, it all started being unsure, being not very proficient. And that's true of every single skill and ability we have. No matter what it is, it all starts out at basically the same place. But in all of it, it also requires a trust that what we're doing now is going to lead us to success later. So we need a bit of faith in ourselves to pretty much do anything. Now, some things are obviously easier to have faith in than others. If there's a whole community of support, if there's a whole lot of people that we know that do it, it's much easier to believe that we're going to be able to do it and succeed at it. It's easier to get help and support when we need it. But with a lot of things that we currently have labeled under the psychic umbrella, there isn't as many people out there. There isn't as many friends and family members that also do it. So that's another reason that I wanted to create these videos, is to show you that other people are doing it, that you can look at how many people have watched them and hopefully comments they've made, so you realize you are not alone. Now, that's important too, because with most things in life, we need permission. We need to feel that it's okay that we do it. Now, with a lot of the psychic umbrella, we've associated a lot of things that we've classified as supernatural, as superhuman, as strange and weird, when in fact, everything that is currently in the human potential realm is normal and natural. Most of the skills and abilities that we classify as psychic, as versus more of the professions such as tarot reading, are based first and foremost on natural, normal talents. Even tarot reading is based on a number of other psychic talents. It's just a tool used to an end. We'll discuss that more later. So, you will require a tremendous amount of trust in yourself, as well as a bit of faith in the information I have and that I'm imparting. Some things will work better than others. The truth is, we are all unique and distinct individuals. What works for one may simply not work for another. Because we're so different, we're going to have different skills and talents. Perfect example is looking at things like art, music, math. You know, we all have varying degrees of proficiency with it. Some people can draw stick figures, and some people can do life portraits. Some people can do basic multiplication. Others can do theoretical physics. We all have unique and distinct talents. It's true of every aspect of life. So, of course, it's going to carry over through these kind of skills and abilities as well. Now, as part of that, it's also important to realize that a lot of the so-called experts are no different from that. They're still in the same boat. They are individuals. So what they're showing you works for them may not work for you. They can't provide you a universal, everyone has it, here's how to develop it type of skill, because it simply doesn't happen. Even skills that we can truly say everyone has them to completely different abilities. So a skill will only work to your ability. Now, as part of that, to fully grasp some of this stuff, it's important to understand what it is that we're doing. Now, understanding itself is the byproduct of a process. Understanding is the end result of two steps that can be taken in either order, and that's knowledge and experience. Now, knowledge and information are interchangeable. They can be accumulated through a number of sources, through seminars, through the books. And experience, that's the result of your personal first-hand experience. If I share with you my experience, give you the information about what I've experienced, that doesn't allow you to experience it, but it does give you information. Now, you can work with no information or some information to get experience to generate more information, more knowledge, right? That's where the experience is also, it's interconnected. The two go together. If I do something, I'm going to learn doing it, which gives me knowledge, but together the two give me understanding. So that's important. So we need to know that just because something works for someone else doesn't mean it's going to work for everyone. You do have to have a lot of trust in what you can do, even though in the beginning you may not do it very well or at all. And it's important to realize that each of us is different, so we're all going to do it different. So a lot of the tips and techniques and tricks that I'm going to share with you, try them. If they don't work, don't worry about them. Use the knowledge to hopefully develop others. Try others. If you find things do work, keep working it. And share your knowledge with others if you feel up to it, or not if you don't. That's fine. But the important thing is, don't get caught up in the fact of what you see others doing and what you think they can do. Don't get caught up in this belief that just because someone says you can, you can. It's your life. It's individual. I'm going to try and provide a tremendous amount of knowledge and information, but it's up to you to provide the experience. It's up to you to put in the effort. Now, I believe you can do it, so hopefully now you'll believe you can do it, and we can begin.